Hey there, Jess in the Rada Kitchen. Thanks for joining me. Today we are going to use up some leftover ham and that ham bone in this delicious Southwest cheesy corn and ham chowder. We're gonna start with our stock first. So here in my pot, I've been simmering for about an hour, my leftover ham bone. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this now. And what we're left with is this super flavorful, salty broth that we're going to use as the base of our chowder. For my chowder, I am going to use some buttery Yukon Gold potatoes, and about 5 to 7 medium size is what we're looking for. Just gonna cube those with my cook's knife. And I have a bowl that I've already prepped and set aside. We're going to be using 2 different types of peppers, a bright red sweet pepper, and this is pretty big, so I'm probably only going to use half of it. But keeping the outside up, we're just gonna come in nice long julienne slices, group them together, and run your knife back through. For our smaller green pepper, open that up, pop out the seeds and the stem. One more. And open side down, again with my cook's knife, some nice long strips. Down to the very end, turn that around and chop. We're going to chop 1 small onion, so remove the blossom and the root side up. Take your knife right down the middle, keeping that root intact. Just bring the knife almost all the way through. Hold it down and through the middle. And run your knife across. Finish up the end. And move it to the side. Last of our chopped veggies is our garlic. So just give that guy a pop. Next one, and I have 2 big fat cloves, so that's all I'm going to use for this. Get rid of the peel. And there we go. Set that aside. And chop it. To my simmering stock, I'm going to add the cubed potatoes first because they take a little bit longer to cook. So into my pot they go, and I'm going to add to that a little bit of chicken base, about a tablespoon. We'll give this about 4 to 5 minutes, and then we'll add our other veggies. So for this recipe, we're going to use 2 cups of milk total, but right here I have 1 cup of milk, and I'm going to whisk into that 1/4 cup of flour. Just get it all incorporated, and this is going to be our thickening agent in our chowder. So to our bubbling pot, we are going to add the rest of our chopped veggies, our red and green pepper, onion, and of course our garlic. Get that all down in there. And to that, I'm going to add some smoked paprika. This is going to go perfectly with that smoky flavor of our ham. And some black pepper. I'm not going to put any salt in because our ham itself is going to be pretty salty, so we'll adjust any seasonings we need to right at the end. The last of our 2 vegetables that are going to go in is our corn. And I have 1 bag of frozen corn that I've let come to room temp. And then 1 can of tomatoes with green chilies. Just dump the whole thing in. We didn't even drain it. Give it a stir with my non-scratch spoon. And we'll let it sit. So we are going to add our milk and flour as our thickening agent, and just stirring constantly. Get that all in. There it goes. To this, I'm going to add 2 cups of shredded sharp cheddar. And then we'll put in 1 more cup of milk and let this go. So our cheese has incorporated into our soup, and we are ready for my leftover ham. Now you can use as much or as little as you like. I had a ton left over, so I'm just going to fill up my pot. And there we go. And give it a stir. So I've tasted our chowder and adjusted the seasonings, and now we are ready to plate. So I have 2 big bread bowls that we're going to use, and with my Rada tomato slicer, see, it's not just good for tomatoes, you can use it for so many different things in the kitchen. We're just going to scoop out that bread lid, and now we are ready to ladle in our chowder. So here in our bread bowls, I've ladled in our cheesy ham and corn chowder, ready to be devoured. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to check us out at radacutlery.com and to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get more great recipes just like this one.